Okay, so where am I now? As I've told you already, I'm the vlogger, and I wish to remain anonymous and secretive. And as you know, I have come across and exposed and told you all many conspiracy theories that I have in mind throughout this with the Doctor. So now I want to talk about, I've already established the man in the blue box. But what about the woman in the blue box? It was all in the late 2010s. Sheffield, 2018. A person that was looking at the stars or stargazing in a telescope swears that he saw a woman falling from the sky and landing somewhere around Sheffield train station. Of course, no body was found or anything like that. But a lot of strange goings on happened that night in Sheffield. But then that wasn't the end. A couple of days later in Sheffield, around Park Hill Flats, there was a photo taken of the blue box and a local resident, Yasmin Khan, seen, as I've already mentioned her already before. But this woman in a long coat, who is she? Apparently she is the Doctor. So, like I've already established, the Doctor is an alien, a time travelling being, a lord of time, and a face changer. And of course, if the Doctor changes faces, it can only make sense that the Doctor can become a woman, take on the appearance of a woman. Because when it comes to Time Lords, gender is irrelevant. They don't care what sort of sex they are. They could be a man or a woman, they could be fat or thin, old or young. Sometimes the change doesn't have to be random. But, yeah, this Doctor woman has had her fair share of sightings around. Did she deal with the whole spider growing incident around that time? Also, what about other things? Like, what was she doing attending this party of a wealthy, rich man? What's his name? Let me just see a minute. Daniel Barton, that's it. Yes, he had some strange guests attend his birthday party. Of course, he was a bit of an odd case too. Was a very wealthy man though. But also, she was also spotted in Liverpool around 2021, around the strange time the flux occurred when Dan Lewis went missing. Not only that, Dan Lewis's house in Liverpool mysteriously vanished. And when it did, what happened to it? Of course, he currently lives with his parents and is in the talks of moving in with his partner Diane. I don't know, but again, that strange woman was spotted in Liverpool. And of course, that isn't the only thing. I mean, there's many other cases, many other strange events throughout history of this woman. In 1954 with Rosa Parks. Apparently, she got on with this woman and her four friends that randomly appeared in her town. I think they were there too, the night she was arrested on the bus. And then there was others. According to King James I, he reported, well, he claims during the witch trials he met a strange witch and her blue box. Of course, there's no official record or evidence to back this up, but we can only assume and theorize this. How odd it is. Also, at one point in history, Russia was Centaur. Could she have fixed around with that, meddled with time? I'm not so sure. But, and I know I keep saying it, but I need to come across, let's just say, I know that this doctor is the same person as all the other strange faces we've seen throughout time. Mary Shelley, apparently the night she came up with the idea for Frankenstein, again unknowing about this, but a strange quartet of people arrived in the stormy night at this house she was staying in. It's odd. Very odd indeed. But going back to 2022, the reason I know that the Doctor is a shapeshifter, regenerates, as I've heard, regeneration. Some kid was flying their drone around these cliff tops, just getting good views of it, and saw the blue box and this woman glowing and shot out into beams. And then turned into this man in a blue coat. And of course, that man, there's sightings of him in 2023. What is he doing? Why does he look similar to another previous incarnation of the Doctor that wore a brown or sometimes a blue suit and a long brown trench coat? Seen with Donna Noble. It's all a mystery, I know. But there's something big going on. Something strange happening indeed. And I know this for a fact. See, the Doctor takes on different forms and appearances. You see, we're all different people, all throughout our lives. And that's good, as long as you remember all the people who you used to be, as long as you keep going forward. I've had many lifetimes in my life. So many lives I've lived. Well, like the Doctor, like I put it. See, I've been a soldier myself at one point, fighting in a war that was hell, turned into hell. The horrors of it haunted me for some time, kind of still do. I won't say what war it was I was in, but something I never wanted to spend another lifetime doing. Still, long time ago, different life. I'm a different person now, completely. A new man, a different person, as I've already stated. But there are moments where you don't want to remember a lifetime, and sometimes, well, that lifetime and many others before it, I keep them away in here and remember them when I want to remember them. Anyway, I'm bragging on now. So yeah, the woman and the blue box. I don't know if we'll see any more sightings of this woman, but never say never. There are many faces throughout history, faces through history, which I will get to. I think I'll conclude things there. I'll be seeing you around.